Hi guys, it's Ray. Today we are starting a new tumbler. I will show you what's going on this as the recording progresses, but for right now we are just going to ombre glitter it with Ballerina from Glitter and Pixie Dust and Winter Wonderland from Glitter and Pixie Dust. So I'm going to do from the handle down in the Ballerina pink to start. This is a beautiful pale pink. I'm going to come up a little bit. I'm going to make sure I get inside the handle. And on top of the handle. These fine glitters of hers are super fine. They're really nice. I do need to try and get this part of the handle, but I don't want to do that until I do my ombre because I don't want to dump a ton of white all the way down the cup right yet. But I'm going to spend some extra time putting a lot of extra on the handle at the moment. So now I'm going to grab my pink again, and this is the part where my colors are going to start to mix on the paper. So I'm trying to get the inside of that handle with the pink. And I'm letting it run down the cup towards the white. These two should ombre pretty easily and pretty well. And this is where I can really worry about the top part of that handle. Oh, hair's stuck in here. And I'm just going to grab my pink and lightly go around that transition line one more time. And that is it. I'm going to let this dry and then I'm going to get a good flood coat on it. Okay, I'm going to flood coat this one. Okay, so I know I had started this for a different product, but that product is delayed. It's missed its flight once. Its second flight got delayed, and it's somewhere, and it's coming, and hopefully soon. Once it arrives, it's arriving in New Jersey, so it should be here like the day after it arrives, but who knows. So I'm going to shift gears, and I'm going to go ahead and use this one for these products. I was going to make another ombre with basically the same colors, so I'm like, well, this one's done. Why don't you just use that? Right? So that is what we're going to do. So this is the clear version of this one. It is not the one that is printed on white. It is not the VC. So this is actually a really good choice for this cup. So I'm going to trim this down. And I'm going to apply this first. So I have my placement good for the vinyl portion. See, you can see this is not printed on the white. I'm going to put her pretty close to the top. It says spread kindness like wildflowers. I know it's a small script, so it's hard to read on camera. This is one of my favorite decals right now. So the next thing I'm going to do is, this is a clear vinyl. Again, not printed on the white. So it's going to kind of fade into the pink a bit. But I am okay with that. What we're going to do is, and I'm going to try and come up, even go around the handle a little bit, is we are going to measure around our cup. If I can find my ruler. Okay. I think I showed this on one video. I had taken it apart, and I think I showed it threaded back together wrong. But if you do get one of these, it goes up from the bottom first, and then back down and back up. My hands are a mess because my black spray paint can like literally exploded on me. And then you can put it around and it will lay flat. You have this tab to pull. So I am a little bit more than 9 1/4, but not to a half. So that'll be my base point. And I'm going to trim off any flowers to start that are not full. I am just completely like freehanding this basically. So I'm going to get to just underneath that next row. So I actually stopped that about perfect. Up here in the corner. And I'll just use this to measure. So a little over 9 is going to give me I'll keep this one. I'm going to ditch that one. A track, something like this, I believe. And this does have little teeny flowers to fill in if I need to. So, I'm not sure I'll need this one, but we'll find out. See, I'll have a little bit of gap to fill, but that is pretty good. So I want to keep my seam somewhat in the handle area. And actually, I do believe those two little guys are going to fit without overlapping. So in order to do that, I'm going to have to cut a slice just under that, big enough for the handle to fit in. And hopefully that'll work. Like this one's gonna have to go because I don't want them wrapping around the bottom. So that's actually pretty good. It's gonna look seamless. And I can, because I have all of these extra flowers, I'm gonna put one on the bottom, of course. I'm gonna do this beautiful dark purple one. A piece of vinyl snuck in there on my finger. Okay. I may put a pink one down there too. Okay. And I think I'm going to sneak a couple above the handle there. If you wanted to, you could have covered the whole thing. I didn't want to. I really don't want to peel this vinyl up, but I might have to. So that's the under one. You know what? It's clear, so what I'm going to do is cut around it. Ooh. And see if I can't just lift that section. It's so stuck down already, forget it, but that released enough air that it's fine, actually. I got a little bubble here too. It's just because I had a bad start. Once it all is said and done, it'll be fine. I'm going to fill in that seam a little bit more. But that's it. That's all I'm going to do. There's not going to be any pinstriping. There's not going to be anything else. Just really simple, pretty, clean. So I'm going to get this over to the turner. We'll get some epoxy mixed up and we will cover her up. Okay, I am ready to get this coated. My epoxy is mixed up and ready to go. I am going to stop this at the top so I can get all around the handle. Just for a second. Sometimes it's easier to stop it than try and get it in motion. All right, so I can see those little cuts in my vinyl, unfortunately. I probably should have taken a little more time trimming out that excess, but if I decide it bothers me a lot, I will go ahead and put a cheat glitter on, which will help conceal some of it more. But overall, I am really happy with this cup. I'm going to have to make another similar ombre for the other project that's coming, or product that is coming. But here we go. There's the little handle. That gorgeous decal. Have I mentioned that this is one of my favorite decals? I very rarely use the same decal twice, but this one's an exception. See, there's where it's a little, but I won't be able to really see until it's dry. So that is it for this one. I hope you love it, and I will see you next time.